Karma and its cycle. In Sanatana Dharma, we come across the term karma quite frequently. In this Vidyamrutham video, let us try to understand what is the karma cycle and how it impacts us. The word karma simply denotes action. The consequences of those actions form our karmic cycle. The classic English saying of what goes around comes around substantiates the karmic cycle. If our actions are good, we reap the benefits of those actions. A simple analogy of a tree that grows from a seed that is planted can be used to explain the concept of every action carrying consequences. It is essential that we continuously choose our actions after fully understanding the consequences of the said actions. Unconscious decision making may lead us into a cycle of not so desirable consequences. Why is karma a cycle? It is a cycle because the action does not end with the consequence. The action binds us into a further chain of action and consequences. How does this work? As the consequence or fruit of the action may not be immediately experienced after the action, it may be carried forward. Here springs the root of the law of reincarnation, which is central and unique to Sanatana Dharma. The fruits of the actions are carried forward by the Atma into subsequent births, thus creating a binding cycle of births and deaths. The karma cycle thereby leads to samsara, or the never-ending cycle of birth and death in which every living being is trapped. This gives rise to the basic quest of every human being to be free from the binding karma cycle. How to be free? Freedom from the karma cycle is closely tied to the attitude towards performance of our actions or karma. Chapter 2, Shloka 47 of the Bhagavad Gita states, Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma palaheturbhu ma te sankostva karmani. In this shloka, Lord Krishna says that we have the right to perform our prescribed duty, but we are not entitled to claim ownership over the fruit of action. We must not become the cause of generating fruits of our actions, which will result in us being bound in the karma cycle. Nor must we refuse to perform our duties because we are detached from the fruits of our action. So, what must be our attitude? Number 1, non-doership. When every act is done as an instrument of Bhagavan with the attitude that I must do my best because it is Bhagavan's work, we automatically do the things with bhakti. Number 2, non-ownership over results. We must perform our prescribed duties without a sense of expectation or ownership over the results. We accept what comes our way as prasada from Bhagavan and execute our duties to the best of our capabilities, leaving the fruits of those actions to Bhagavan. Thus, the question of inaction or action motivated by selfish goals does not arise at all. The words of Lord Krishna essentially gives us the much needed support that no matter what comes our way, good or bad, If we have bhakti towards Bhagavan, we will be taken care of. We should continue to perform our work and duties as sacred offerings to the Lord. When this happens, the fruits of action no longer attach to the individual, thereby freeing him or her from the cycle of karma.